Welcome back to Narrations. Tonight's story is a modern Thanksgiving whirlwind, messy, loud, awkward, funny, emotional, and chaotic in every way real friend gatherings tend to be. It's about heartbreak, unexpected guests, shifting friendships, and a holiday that goes completely off the rails. This is Friendsgiving, 2020, a Thanksgiving that was supposed to be quiet, and becomes everything but. Our story begins with Molly, a sweet, exhausted new mom, recently separated, trying to adjust to life as a single mother. She's gentle, introverted, and hopeful for a peaceful holiday, one without drama, without noise, without the pressure of pretending she's okay. This year, all Molly wants is a calm Thanksgiving with her best friend Abbey, an actress who is going through her own heartbreak. Abbey is stubborn, emotional, and refuses to admit she's still recovering from a painfully fresh breakup. She arrives at Molly's house with a suitcase full of sarcasm, chunky sweaters, and emotional baggage. The plan is simple: two best friends. No men. No fuss. Just a quiet. No Thanksgiving. Abbey enters Molly's house with dramatic flair, commenting on everything: the baby toys, the borrowed pacifiers, the clutter, Molly's tired eyes, and secretly admiring how strong her friend is, even when she tries to hide the cracks. Molly is relieved Abbey is there. Abbey is her safety net, her laugh partner, her emotional mirror. Together, they plan to eat takeout, wear pajamas, and cry over their exes in peace. But peace is not in the cards. First, Molly's well-meaning but overbearing ex-husband Adam unexpectedly appears at the door with the confidence of a man who believes he's still invited everywhere. He brings charm, mild chaos, and a presence Molly definitely didn't ask for. He means well, but Molly's heart is still bruised, and Abby's patience for him is zero. Abbey mutters, "He's like glitter." You think he's gone, but he keeps showing up. Just as they're trying to get rid of him, Molly's flamboyant, enthusiastic friend Gunnar shows up, unannounced, carrying bags of food, a giant smile, and a dramatic entrance that fills the entire house. Gunnar believes he's doing a good deed by joining the girls, calling it community support. He invites himself in before they can protest. Molly and Abbey look at each other with dread. Their quiet holiday is slipping away. But the universe is not done yet. Next arrives Lauren, the spiritually enlightened, crystal-carrying, sage-burning goddess friend who calls herself a healer of the chaotic feminine, ready to reset the energy of the house. She hugs everyone too long, senses their tension auras, and immediately insists on rearranging the furniture to improve the emotional feng shui. Abbey whispers to Molly, "We're not surviving this." And still, the guest list grows. One by one, more people appear, like a snowball rolling downhill. Claire, Abby's older ex-fling Jeff, the clueless but sweet neighbor Rick, Lauren's overly intense spiritual partner dramatic actors, new friends, old acquaintances, and even an entire Swedish family who suddenly show up as if they were always invited. No one knows who invited them. Everyone assumes someone else did. And Molly's house turns into a Thanksgiving tornado. Food burns. Wine spills. Someone meditates in the hallway. People flirt in the kitchen. Gunnar sings dramatic high notes while chopping vegetables. Lauren smudges the air with sage, declaring, "Toxic energies be gone." The baby cries. Abbey stress eats. Molly tries not to scream. And the dinner hasn't even started. With every minute, the house grows louder, warmer, messier, funnier, a place full of mismatched personalities crashing into each other like emotional bumper cars. Abbey, trying desperately to cope with her heartbreak, starts flirting with disaster. Molly, overwhelmed by motherhood chaos, and her ex in the next room, reaches her limit. Gunnar becomes the star of every conversation. Lauren turns the living room into a spiritual retreat center. The Swedish guests start drinking heavily. Someone cries in the bathroom. Someone else takes selfies next to the turkey. The quiet Thanksgiving Molly wanted is officially dead. But even in the middle of all the chaos, something else begins to bloom, a strange kind of comfort. A strange kind of togetherness. A messy, broken, unexpected little family of people who are all hurting, healing, searching for connection in their own way. And as the sun sets on the most chaotic pre-dinner afternoon ever, Abbey and Molly steal a moment alone in the kitchen. Molly whispers, "This is not the holiday I planned." Abbey laughs, tears in her eyes. "Nothing in our lives is going as planned." They lean on each other, tired, frustrated, overwhelmed, and strangely grateful. Because sometimes, the Thanksgiving you didn't want is the one that forces you to confront everything you've been avoiding. Molly and Abby's quiet Thanksgiving had transformed into a full-blown circus, a house bursting with friends, exes, spiritual gurus, strangers, babies, Swedes, emotions, and complete chaos. And the night is only just beginning. Dinner prep turns into a disaster zone. Gunnar sings dramatic opera while basting the turkey. The Swedish guests dance in the living room. Lauren insists on blessing each dish with crystals. Jeff tries carving something that isn't even food. Adam hovers around Molly like an apologetic golden retriever. Abbey flits between anger, laughter, and emotional implosion. Finally, they manage to get everything onto the table: mashed potatoes, burnt stuffing, half-cooked vegetables, random snacks, and a turkey that somehow looks both underdone and overdone. Everyone sits down. And instantly, the dinner becomes a firestorm of chaos. The Swedes start singing a drinking song. Rick critiques the turkey's energy vibration. Gunnar steals the spotlight with dramatic toasts. People talk over one another, laugh too loudly, and pass dishes in the wrong direction. Abbey tries to keep it together, but her breakup pain simmers beneath the surface, building pressure like a shaken soda bottle. Molly tries to smile, balancing the baby with one arm and stuffing with the other. She's exhausted, overwhelmed, and trying not to stare at Adam, who is clearly hoping for a second chance. But the real emotional explosion begins when someone asks Abbey the wrong question. "So, Abbey, how's your ex?" The table falls silent. Forks freeze. All eyes turn to her. Abbey laughs, a shaky, messy, angry laugh that signals danger. "Oh, he's great," she says dramatically. "Great enough to leave. Great enough to move on. Great enough to pretend I never existed." Gunnar pours her more wine. Molly whispers, "Maybe slow down." Abbey ignores her. And then she breaks. "I'm fine. Really. Super fine. I'm not crying every night. I'm not heartbroken. I'm totally okay." She's absolutely not okay. Meanwhile, Lauren suddenly bursts into tears for her own unrelated emotional reasons, claiming the collective trauma of the dinner is overwhelming. Rick tries to stage a spiritual intervention. The Swedes start chanting. Someone knocks over a glass. The turkey slides off the platter. A candle catches the napkin on fire. Jeff yells something about gravy being sentient. Molly snaps. She slams her fork down. "Everyone stop!" The room freezes. She stands up, tired, messy, hair falling out of her bun, the picture of a woman who has silently carried too much for too long. "This was supposed to be simple," she whispers. "Just me and Abbey. One quiet dinner. One peaceful day." Her voice cracks. "But I'm tired. I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. I'm tired of doing everything alone. I'm tired of people showing up when they feel like it and leaving when I need them most." She looks directly at Adam. "You left me. I didn't leave you." Adam's face falls. He can't argue. He can only listen. The table is silent, not chaotic now, but heavy with truth. Abbey reaches out, placing her hand over Molly's. "Molly, I'm here. Even if everything else is a mess, I'm here." Molly squeezes her hand. They breathe together, two tired souls anchoring each other. Suddenly, the Swedes start crying sympathetically. Lauren begins meditating loudly. Rick chants a healing mantra. Gunnar stands up and announces he'll be writing a memoir about the night. The chaos softens. People laugh. Someone passes around dessert that's basically melted chocolate and broken cookies. The tension diffuses into warmth, exhaustion, and a strange sense of closeness. Later, after everyone has drifted to the couch or fallen asleep mid-conversation, Abbey and Molly sneak outside to sit under the cool night sky. Abbey wipes her eyes. I'm sorry I made your Thanksgiving crazy. Molly laughs softly. You didn't. Everyone else did. Abbey smiles weakly. But I broke dinner. You broke the turkey. Molly corrects. Dinner was broken long before. They both burst into laughter, tired, relieved, real. Abbey leans her head on Molly's shoulder. You know, she whispers, even with all the chaos. I'm glad it was with you. Molly smiles. Me too. Inside the house, their mismatched group of accidental guests sleeps in random places, on couches, on yoga mats, on rugs, even in the hallway, like a big, messy, temporary family. It's imperfect. It's chaotic. It's loud. It's real. And despite everything, the holiday somehow ends with the one thing both Molly and Abbey needed: connection. Not perfect connection. Not movie-perfect happiness. Just real human closeness, messy, flawed, funny, and heartfelt. The movie closes with Abbey and Molly holding the baby, watching the sunrise through the windows, the quiet morning finally settling around them. The calm they wanted didn't come, but what they got instead was something they didn't realize they needed. A reminder that even when life unravels, even when hearts break, even when plans explode, the people who stay for a reason. And sometimes your chosen family is just as important as the one you're born into. If you enjoyed this narration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Narrations, where stories are told with humor, honesty, and heart.